Now, paddleboarding is the fastest growing water sport in the world. It's made famous by the likes of Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom and this seal in Poole Harbour that we featured on Tuesday, catching an easy ride on a passing board. For most people, it's exercise for fun. But I've been speaking to a man from Bournemouth who's paddleboarding the 4 longest lakes in the UK in 4 days. I met him in Poole Harbour. David Hayes first stood on a paddleboard 6 years ago and was immediately hooked.
I used to be a sailor, I used to love surfing and all that. So those days I couldn't go surfing, I couldn't go sailing, I just took to a paddleboard and absolutely fell in love with it. It's the extra sense of freedom I find it brings. I mean, you can travel anywhere on a paddleboard. You can go in shallow waters. I mean, in Poole Harbour alone, you've got 5 islands here that you can go around and explore them. That's it. Natural. Exactly, Llyn.
Paddleboarding is the fastest growing water sport in the UK, with demand for boards at an all-time high during lockdown as people stayed at home and explored local waters.
I think it's amazing for your well-being. It's great for exercise. I mean, you don't really know you're exercising, but trust me, if you've been out for a few hours, you will come back aching. It's just good to be out in nature as well.
But while for most of us it's pootling about, for David it's a challenge. Next week he's paddling the 4 longest lakes in the UK, a total of 160 kilometres in just 4 days.
I did a long paddle from Poole Harbour to the Isle of Wight. It was a beautiful day, the conditions were perfect. It was just nice being out there. I suppose it's a form of meditation as well. That's the way I use it anyway.
David works in the criminal justice system. He's raising money for a charity improving the lives of prisoners.
I'm doing it for the Alliance of Sport, who actually use the power of sport in the criminal justice system to help tackle reform and rehabilitation.
David plans more challenges overseas and is training to be an instructor, sharing his love for an accessible sport.
There's so many benefits physically and mentally, and just anybody that hasn't tried paddleboarding, I 100% recommend to go out there.
Tom, he's a very good instructor if you fancy taking it up.